Oh,
okay.
the second game.
So the stream's still technically running at the moment?
Yeah. Stop recording. Stop streaming. Oh, no, wait, hold on. No, it should be working. I'm just going to check my folder. Make sure that it's happening. Where's that folder? Yes, okay. They're just numbers, so I can't tell. But I think it's working. Let me just double check. Stream is on. Right? Yes, okay. Who do you want to play this time? P1 or P2?
Let me grab the folder. I'll play P2. Are we open map?
Huh? Yeah, it's the same map.
Yeah, so let's try this. Let's try. Actually, no. I guess I played him a lot already.
I have one in mind I'm going to play.
So I do like the range CO, but I don't know if
I don't think you've played him yet.
Sorry, not the range, the attack range. Great.
Yeah. I don't think you've played him yet.
The new one, right?
Yeah. Wait, did you play the old one even?
Yeah, I played it on the initial map. That was.
Wait, really?
The one with mountain range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I played him.
You played him, but I played him beforehand. So yeah, the previous map had a mountain range that protected all your rockets and artillery, and that was just super busted.
I have someone in mind I want to play. I'm playing number 7.
Okay. So we're going to play our direct attack guy, and we're just kind of trying to barrel through. So anyone with attack range, such as infantry, tank, IFVs, are going to get a 20% buff to them, which is not a lot, but it's a little bit.
Number 4?
Number 4. We're going to go with number 4.
So for those of you who are familiar with Advanced Wars, number 4 is Max.
Oh, well, we apparently have slightly different CO powers. So when you use it, you get an additional 30% strength. Your move is +1, and apparently, I don't know if Kelvin's managed to code this in.
That's not hard. It's not hard.
Okay,
yes, the push is in. Yeah.
So if you have adjacent, engaged enemies.
So if you do a direct attack, just as long as you do an attack, you'll push things.
Ooh, that is
so like yeah.
Interesting.
Direct attack only.
I do not know if that's relevant or not, or if it's useful, but it's interesting to say the least. And then
it's fun to do. I just have no idea if it's balanced or not.
The stronger CO power is 2 move and 60%. So just double the attack percentage and double the move, and the push factor stays the same. Yeah. So we're just gonna get a little bit more strength.
You want to see what I'm playing?
And a little bit more move. What are you playing?
I'm playing number 7, which should be the attack and move range plus, which should be better on a map like this, but also a defense reduction, which I've learned is a huge.
So your skill is +1 move, +40 attack, which is stronger than mine.
40. Really?
According to this, yeah.
Oh no, that's PvP. The day-to-day.
No, but when you use your special skill.
Yeah. Okay.
That's stronger than.
Krieg skill is 40. And okay, the Uberkrieg is also 40.
So he's got a little bit of mix and movement for him, but he's got 20% weaker damage. Ooh, well that seems OP.
I think it might be. So okay, we're talking about cleave. The Uberkrieg skill give me the ability to cleave units. That's number 4.
It's more like trample.
No, number 7. Oh yeah, I think. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
wait.
So technically it's a little bit more like trample from Magic of the Gathering. So cleave, most people I think are going to treat it as if you can shoot multiple enemies within like an arced radius.
Great cleave is what I'm thinking of.
Maybe that's what he's trying to say. But it's more like trample where you kill another unit and then you can just kind of keep killing units. So it looks like you can kill someone, and once you've killed, if you land the killing blow, you can move again.
I can move outside of my radio range, kill, and have another turn, which means I can move back. So I can
That is
kill beyond the
interesting.
radio. At the moment, I don't know if it's balanced. But I'm also really excited about the smoke screen ability, which hopefully we'll get to see. It's not pretty. It's programmer art, but it'll work. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I'm P1 this time.
Yeah, so it looks like his smoke screen basically just gives him forest for a turn? Forest for a turn?
What?
Or smoke screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to get 5 by 5.
Oh no, so it's a 5x5 radius, and it like reduces each at the beginning of my turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that might actually be
So
nice.
it lasts 3 turns, but the radius gets smaller.
You can throw some like artillery in there, and they'll be hard to get at. And it looks like my numbers aren't that great. So he's actually got plus 10% attack, but he's got minus 20 armor, which might make it easier for me to one-shot him.
Yeah, a lot of the things on this guy gets one shot.
So that's going to be a plus.
Okay.
We're going to hopefully see how much APCs do to infantry, because that's usually a big early game.
Gotta keep an eye on the
Early game
power
issue.
with that. I think I miss it because I don't have an audio cue for it, and I'm so used to Advanced Wars and having an audio cue for the power. Yeah, that might be
Okay,
important.
so we're going to try this time. We're just going to run him down here, grab it, and then run a couple of these guys around. We're going to go try to be a little bit more efficient and a little bit less slow. We'll see how that turns out. Obviously, we can crunch the numbers for it, but that would take more time.
I can move a little faster, but
Also, notably, this time I don't have the radio issue, so everything should look a little nicer, and it'll probably look similar to what Kelvin had last game, just because my guys won't have to stand in inefficient positions. So I'll grab him down here. So we can start that turn 2. So that'll be a little nicer.
would you like to try 3P games sometimes?
Sure. Obviously, 3P will take much longer, but I don't think this game is designed to be a fast game. So this is not your COD. This is not run around. You better be prepared to take your time, I think. You can play smaller maps for sure, and that will not take you as long, but I think similar to Advanced Wars, it's not going to move quickly.
What are you doing? Are you doing cautious, or are you going really fast?
So we've begun the game, and Kelvin already doesn't know what I'm doing. I don't know what he's doing either. Obviously, as noted, no meta, so
I'm looking into your eyes.
it could be anything at this point.
Did I tell you what Max did that one time?
Nope.
Okay,
I think you did, but I just don't remember.
I have a friend named Max. He was playtesting. Now, my game doesn't have vehicle sounds, right? But so just by listening to the clickety click of the keyboard, he managed to figure out how many units the opponent had. He had at the time. He closed his eyes and he just listened to the keyboard. I was impressed.
We can probably grab this guy. I think we can. With this, we should have enough money for that next turn. Yeah, so I think we'll be okay by doing this. Nothing particularly too wild just at the moment. Yeah, we'll grab that. That should be okay. We should have enough movement for that. Alright, yep. Whoops.
Alright. This is pretty... Oh, look at that. Is it gonna work? Yep. You know, I should have picked Radio Plus on this map. Well, no, I wanted to try this CO out.
Yeah. So as noted, this map in particular, just being wide open, we don't know how that's really going to affect it. Does Radio Plus affect radio towers?
No. Wait, I don't think so. I think like it messes with map design too much, so I decided against.
Okay.
Also, it nerfs what's his face a lot because if you have a specific link, the minus radio range guy. Because if you have a specific link in the map, like that link just doesn't exist anymore.
I'm sure that makes sense.
Always going to be a headache, I think, to design map around.
Alright, so that should be about it for base, and then we'll probably move up from there. What do I have? I have direct guy.
What are we on? Turn 3?
I feel like more. Is it 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5?
What?
Is it like turn each person has a new day?
Oh yeah, I meant day, yeah. I really should keep a track of that. Okay, I can do this. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. Ooh. I can't do that yet. I think I'm gonna do this. Going a little thin, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, let's not do anything too fancy this time.
Which effectively means he's probably going to buy less covert ops.
Just get some eyes out there and see what's going on.
Calvin's trying to see what's going on. I'm going to try and infer what's going on. So I can either go up or here. Here's probably a good idea, to be honest.
By the way, well, you know your direct firepower only increases for vehicle units, right?
I did not.
All right, good thing I told you.
Okay, so my guy only gets stronger with vehicles.
I don't remember if his COP. I don't remember how I coded if it affects his non vehicle units right now.
So remember from last turn where this guy had to be like a little bit weirder out. So like I can just move him straight here, and now he's connected to this, and actually he has a little bit more. So this actually he still basically has to stay there forever. And we're gonna grab that. That's gonna be good for the early game.
Okay.
So yes, your meat and butter of your bread and butter of your, I guess your forward force is probably going to be your IFVs and your tanks, and then depending on how you want to play, you're going to lose some of those and have more artillery to back it up. So you've got your infantry line with your APCs. You need to keep at least some of them alive because they're the only ones that can capture. And then that's going to be your line with your movement of IFVs and tanks for killing. And then your artilleries, depends on if you're playing a slow push kind of style. You're going to have the rock artillery and the rockets just because they have great effective damage. If you're being barreled over, they're not going to have a lot of use. But if you've got a nice infantry line and some backup and some vision, then they're going to do a lot more damage, which is going to be a lot nicer for sure.
Okay.
If you win with artillery, you're going to win pretty heavily.
I don't know.
Ah, Ken's watching.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Ken. So Calvin's struggling. Like, what is it? Day 4. This we're gonna try
6.
and whittle.
We're on 6.
We're gonna try and whittle him down mentally.
There isn't really a CO like this, and well, there is.
Can we reach? We can reach, so that's a plus. So we can just kind of ride them along.
But I don't play Grim a lot. I don't.
Okay, as noted, this guy kind of has to stay there. He's got a board life. Ooh, that actually... Maybe we can do that? We know what happened to Kelvin the last time he tried to run over there. He kind of died. Horrifically, I might add. So, we could try to get that, but that might not be as helpful. So, this guy can grab that, and we are... This guy has to stay. We will have that soon. We'll have this radio tower soon, and then... So, it depends on where we want to put this guy. I don't think Kelvin's going to do it. And he's there. So that's unfortunate. So he's taking the extra turn. So that's advantage 1 from
yes,
going turn 1. But that's okay. Just means that we've lost a little bit of money. So that's the important bit.
Willie's friend asked, "Who's playing which color?" Willford be blue.
Yep, I'm blue.
Kelvin be red.
And that's my turn. And so Kelvin has the middle, which means he's going to have money, and he's going to have production ability in the center. That is going to be kind of an issue, especially since this time I think he's a little bit more aware about how he needs to connect it. So yeah, I probably have to fall back. I don't have the range CO, so I can't really, shell him to death from a range, and I kind of have to overpower him. He also has strength because he's got the move plus move and attack.
If you attack me, you should have an advantage. You'll take more damage than usual, but I'll take way more damage.
So because he has the weak defense, if I can hit him harder in turn 1, his retaliation will be
the counter attack will be weaker anyway.
Yeah, but that provided means I have to hit him, which will be difficult as noted. So unlike Kelvin, we're gonna try to scale back and not let everybody die. But chances are we're going to lose this.
Already? You haven't even seen what I got. Oh, I got the... Okay. Yes. I have the base.
You have the base in the middle.
That's a big advantage.
He has reinforcement powers, and I've lost a turn on my income generation, which is going to be...
what I'm going to do...
very important. So we're going to run him away, and probably try to capture one of the cities on the sides.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I radio crapped.
There we go. So that will be a benefit for us.
That's okay. I saved it. Yes, I can save it.
Hopefully that's kind of de-optimized them enough that will, help me out a little bit.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I think I'm just going to avoid you till I get my COP and cleave you to death. Not COP. SCOP, as the kids say.
Wow.
Or in our game, it's Uberkrieg. It's an Uberkrieg.
So since Kelvin's going to go for his SCOP, we're going to see if we can kill him before that happens.
I'm going to go in here and see what's up.
If he goes in somewhere, it means he's probably in the command post, either top or bottom. So Kelvin's probably moving pretty fast, surprisingly. So he spent money.
Well, it shouldn't be. I have to move plus CO. It shouldn't. That shouldn't be surprising.
Do you have instant move?
Yes. Yeah.
Number 7. So
yeah, day-to-day move.
He has straight up +1 move on everything. That is kind of huge.
How come vision between the two is so big? Probably because I'm moving around a lot more. Because I have more range, and I think my units are probably spread out. I can what's the word? When I pass things, I can the vision is cumulative.
Yeah, let me provide an example. So we're going to take this APC, and we're going to run him probably around over here. So when he runs him, you're going to see the trail of vision that he's going to leave.
And I think Willie just... Do you have any recons? Don't tell me. But you probably don't have a lot.
So yeah, as you can see, all this...
I got 2.
All that clear area has now been provided by this APC. And so Kelvin's probably, as noted, now has got some recons, and we want to kill the recons. And so we're now going to start building a bunch of these because
you tanking already?
We're transitioning.
Are you tanking already?
Mm. I'm building IFVs so I can kill both your recons and your infantry.
Yeah, it's big deal.
So we gotta leave this guy here as noted. This is our radio guy. So he's sitting in an office space. He's just kind of chilling out. We can't really do much, but we are a little bit thin.
You're thin. Well, I haven't seen it. So I don't.
Well, everyone's basically thin. We're pretty early in the game, so this is my front line, and that's going to be a little bit hard. So once we engage, things are going to get interesting when we engage. Probably want another APC soon. There we go. Turn into it. What are you saying? Anything?
No, just that thing about division. Can't move too fast. I think I should have made more money at the beginning of this, so you can get going faster.
You sure you want that though?
Kinda.
Okay, so in that regard, if we made more money, we would have, because we have the 3 bases already. That might be a little nicer because you want a nice blend of your infantry and your base units, you know. So yeah, tank, artillery, IVFs, maybe a little bit of recons for your
might
vision.
mean less infantry floating about.
So we have less infantry, but then that's going to be a problem. If you run out of infantry, then you won't have any capture power. Your infantry are usually effective. We haven't really used a lot of mechanized units, or long guns at this point, just because the map's kind of
We're calling them
open.
heavy infantry because they serve several purposes.
So
and you
heavies.
don't always mechanize them.
Okay. So the heavy infantry, they're basically tanks, but with infantry defense. So if you can get a couple in there and then you can shell the tank twice with your mechanized, that's going to do a lot of damage. And it's only going to cost you 4,000, what are we calling it, gold? Dollars?
Marks.
So for 4,000 marks, which
Going with the German theme here.
is going to be very effective. But that point is usually you're going to have to take the mechanized infantry and APC them up to the front lines.
I don't think there's any. I keep seeing things coming out of the chat, but it's just advertisement from the Twitch.
Oh, that's what's happening.
Yeah. Dang.
It's like people are talking. They're paying attention. Nope, just more ads.
Oh shoot.
So yeah, at this point, I don't know what Calvin has. It sounds like he has 2 recons.
I'm doing some dumb stuff with what's going on.
He does like hover ops still, so I suspect maybe 1. And I've only seen infantry so far, so he's kept his information pretty well locked down. I'm working with not a lot. Feels surprisingly, maybe it's just because last game when we ended it, it felt like I had a pretty good idea what he had. But right now, we're pretty.
I think I'm doing something really dumb right now.
I'm running pretty blind.
I think I need to be doing something different.
So strange enough here, I don't see anything.
I should be building different things. The things I'm building are not good for the CO I'm playing.
So yeah,
because I don't want to be in direct contact with you, because everything I have is made of paper.
So we can go moderately far down here. It's nice because now we actually have CO range of 3. He doesn't need it, but I actually need him in range.
I've learned some things from Advanced Wars PvP that I have to forget for Uberkrieg because they're different. They're different.
So yeah, we're actually not sure what to do right now because it's pretty open and not too much is happening, to be honest. So we're gonna scale back.
Perhaps the maps, or at least the bases, need to be closer. Maybe I'll try a horizontal thing instead of a wide thing, you know?
Oh, maybe. So yeah, so we're pretty
then you can have like more of a column effect.
We're honestly really blind over here. So I think we're gonna grab some more of these guys just so we can build the line. Like right now, we're running on some pretty low information. Calvin might be doing a lot better because he has some recons in there.
Wilford,
I should probably have some.
Your friend doesn't know what the CO power. Ah, damn it! Did you kill something or did I just mismanage?
You mismanaged. Okay, so what is my CO powers? So I am the direct plus guy. So my vehicle units, excluding the Land Cruiser, have an additional 20% attack buff, which is okay. Nothing compared to the 80% that I had on my old commander guy. So that's 20% attack percentage, and that's it. The CO power gives me an additional 30% and a +1 move. The Super CO gives me 60% and +2 moves. So it's just additional firepower for direct vehicles. We gotta get
our language straight. Start going Krieg skill and Uberkrieg.
Right, so Krieg and then Uberkrieg. So yeah, so the Krieg skill is 30%, 1 move. The Uberkrieg is 60% and 2 move. Both of them have an interesting push mechanic, which means if I attack someone, they will be pushed 1 terrain unit back if it's valid. So we're just going to increase attack, and that's it. Just run over them with tanks and IFVs and APCs technically too, and recons, and just try to barrel through whatever he has. If he's trying to set up a artillery blockade, we're just gonna Krieg or Uberkrieg and then try to barrel through.
This or that.
He's kind of got a very similar thing, whereas
this is probably better.
It's pretty similar. His actually is, I think, better because his Krieg super move is 40% to my 30, and he gets a +1 move as well.
The cleave is almost definitely too powerful for what it is. I think it's got to get changed. So if not taken out completely.
Although, granted, I think his Uberkrieg doesn't give him additional attack power. So he's stuck at 40%, whereas mine will go all the way up to 60%.
That's a lot, though.
So I actually get more move and more attack out of my Uber. But he has the cleave and the smoke screen.
I need eyes. I'm out of money. Here you go.
That considers your character when it comes to your strengths comes and has led to some safe play. Yes, it certainly has. So it certainly has left a safe play because, as no, like when I played the other CO, I could run like a unit straight to the center. So, granted, yeah, there's some safe play here, but yeah, the inexperience I think comes from I don't know what Kelvin has. And I don't want to run units straight into their deaths like he did in game 1.
I really should have pulled back. I couldn't beat you head on. That was a dumb thing to do.
Well, you were going to lose anyways, probably. As noticed, the mechanized units have very little fuel.
Have you run out?
Nope. But I'm not going to be able to move much right here. So we got only 12 fuel left. And I think it's probably 1 block for fuel. So by the time he runs like all the way down here, he's going to have nothing. And he's going to need to be replenished. So I think we can do this. And we can run these 2 up here. And hopefully that will do a little bit something. And I think we're just going to kind of just open up the map a little. So we ran that. Didn't see anything. We're going to try and run this in just for a little bit. So we've seen that he has infantry, but that's really all we've seen so far, which is pretty blind. So we're still running totally here. And as I was noticed, this radio tower is providing us with not the vision, but with the necessary radio range. And we always need to have one guy right here. So if we just kind of constantly produce, that will kind of lend to a little bit of safety in there. So we're going to try and find the crack, and we're going to try and blow it up.
Wait, are you engaging already?
That's a secret.
Okay. I don't think it is, because I should be able to see it. I don't think it is. boop.
You attack me?
No.
I guess so. I mean, the boop is usually an attack. So, Kelvin's probably
nothing. I tell you nothing.
So, in the online version, like if we do go online, I will be able to see whenever Kelvin comes within my vision. So if he runs a tank, if he runs a tank through or an infantry through or anything.
Haven't decided that yet.
Okay, scratch that. So we don't know.
Well, I have to test it.
Okay.
I don't know how to handle vision for more than one screen at the moment. I don't know how much information should be passed.
So that's to be decided.
Yes, to be decided.
Also, something we note is whether or not we keep the vision from how earlier we said if a vehicle travels a distance, you see the vision all through along there.
What?
Is that going to stay when the opponent turn starts?
Yeah, probably not. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. No, probably not. Okay. I think I have an idea what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I think this is the way to do it. Hope it doesn't blow up in my butt.
So generally you don't want to run in because that's going to give the other person an advantage in selection of which units to kill and which units to kill more effectively. If you have vision of them, I think Advanced Warfare 4 had flares, which that's what helped them. But for us right now, just vision-wise, I don't see anything. So my unit selection will be limited. And obviously you want to target the weaker, the ones that you want dead. And as noted, we both have stronger attacks, but granted he has a little bit weaker defense. So you want to make the first attack first. And I don't know if he's got that or not. But you wanna hit him first, and that way the retaliation is going to be weaker. So when we clash, we're probably going to, if there's a big clash, we're probably going to see who kind of comes out on top. Basically. And that might end the game right there.
I basically don't want to touch you because of my weak armor and your beefy tanks. I'm gonna just avoid you. And just
yeah, so we're both running on a knife's edge because we're going to blow each other up as soon as we touch each other. And unfortunately for me,
have I started with networking? Nope. I actually play tested with a programmer friend a while back, and he said I can do it. So he's looking into the game maker structure to see if his knowledge base is enough to do it. I mean, should be fine. I mean, I watched some tutorials. It looks pretty straightforward, but networking's networking. It's a pain. Not a pain, but it's always more work than everyone I've ever talked to think it is. So no, but I don't see any problems. Just gotta pour man hours onto it until it's done.
Nope.
That's what I think.
So we've got nothing so far. So we really need I think this guy. But I also want pricing is different. Never mind. So I can't actually afford that. So yeah, we want, he doesn't have quite the same movement speed. So yeah, they're all radio, and then we're just gonna pop them back in. So yeah, this boring guy, this is our recruits. And we're just gonna flood the map like so. And we want one of these. We need one of these guys. And I don't know what he has. We still don't know. So this is the safe choice because it's pretty decent for whatever he has. That's going to be outside the radio range. But we can probably just bring him back in. So let's take this guy in. So he's out, and we need someone slightly closer. Yeah, that should be good. So we'll just bring him to the edge. Boom. Okay. So spacebar, everything looks nice and pretty. We just don't see him, which means dangerous to Robinson. If he jumps onto the city, we can just kind of go and kill him. So
I'm in the center, which means you're moving pretty slow. Have you seen anything yet? There you go. Oh. Well, I don't think you can win.
So Calvin's got an extra gold at least. So he's got top command, bottom command, and center, it looks like.
I think you don't have the money. I don't think you're going to have the money. Which means the plus move might be too powerful. And what the heck happened here? I thought this was in range. It is not. Oh, that sucks.
So hopefully I've got a decent enough composition that I can barrel through Calvin's money issues. Which seems unlikely. If I, manage to get the superpower right at the correct time and just wipe his army, that'd be great. But since we haven't touched each other, no power has built. So really, it's going to depend on the one engage that kind of happens. And
okay, here we go.
Chances are,
look at that.
I'm going to lose this engage.
Does this guy have a defense bonus?
Mine?
For his day-to-day? Yeah, I can't remember.
I have no defense bonus, only attack. So I think it's 20% general.
That might not be... I don't know how that fares.
Seems pretty weak.
Gee, there's a lot. I got to anchor all this balancing to something, but I don't know which CO to do it with yet. And I haven't play tested enough to know.
Have you started with networking?
The answer is not really.
On the previously answered one.
Pew! Look at that!
Alright, so he's attacking me. He's got stronger strength.
Look at that.
It sounds like he's killed something. So he's killed something and he's seen something. So he's probably a little bit up, a little bit down. He's enjoying himself, which means he's winning.
No, I'm thinking about doing something that I probably shouldn't do. I did it. I did it.
So he's maybe got the money for a land cruiser? Rocket?
Oh, no.
I mean, there's really...
Why would rockets be a bad idea?
Okay, so he's killed all the upper stuff, and unfortunately I actually still can't see anything. Oh, he's killed my commander, which means he's in one of these two, which is kind of dangerous. And I don't have vision. So I could do what Calvin did and get myself killed. But notably, I don't actually have any commanders around here. So
The plus move in the capture phase is very good.
I might just do that. I might have to do what Calvin did and get myself killed. Well, we're probably going to try and swing one side, so it's not going to go well either way. So let's take the closer route up front, just so we can see if he's got anything. That did not go the way I wanted to. So that's still clear, and we're just going to move over here. It's time to make some moves. Are they bad moves? Most likely. But let's keep all these guys together. Radio range is still... So yeah, so we've got this guy connecting in and this guy connecting in. But we kind of want to move him, so we might be relying solely on this guy, which is dangerous to say the least. So he's probably got that. Okay, so we've at least seen him, so we can at least start... pummeling it. So we can do that, but that's not going to 100% him. That's probably going to get trapped. But I think we got to kind of take the risk anyways. So yeah, we're going to swing down here. Okay. That's not quite do it. So yeah, we can do this. No, we got more. So he's probably he's gone a really heavy infantry route, it looks like. So I guess Calvin's definitely built up a lot more slow build. With the extra bases, I think that's what he's got. Slightly different from what I've been going around doing. So that's the radio range
It's
there.
very predictable what you've been building.
Yeah, so I'm front attack guy, so I've probably got a bunch of tanks and IFVs and stuff.
This is day to day. How much did I give him?
20%. It's pretty weak, to be honest. So I can attack him, but the chances of him actually having another unit in between here is pretty high, so we're going to do it anyways. And there is no unit there, surprisingly. So, there's a recon, so that's why he's seeing me. So you can see these two. This one, he can see everything. And we're just gonna... We're gonna keep going. This is how we're gonna play it, and we're gonna play it hard and fast.
Can you do it?
We're going to probably, this guy's done for, and hopefully we can kind of like reach in if he starts kind of going for it. But I imagine just a couple guys here, and then down here probably midsection has got most of the stuff where you can move out and reestablish. So we'll take a look next turn if my tanks die.
Whoa, that's a lot of tanks. Good thing I'm sort of prepared for them. No, I'm not. Oh boy, look at... Ooh, what are the chances that that's no good? Can I break?
Yeah, movement's probably pretty strong. Did anyone ever have any movement buffs in Advance Wars?
No, like the only reason, like the scale's bigger in this game, and the radio restricted, so I thought maybe I can try it.
So maybe
it would
we'll
be
have
immediately too powerful, even if you have like no other thing. Pew! I'm going to attempt to.
So probably some balancing for that move.
Ooh. You got a pretty good chain here. I thought I could break it, but now I'm not so sure.
So hopefully he's put some of his units into kind of a more exposed position without killing too much of my guys, which means my retaliation will hopefully be enough to sustain my line. Because once my line crumbles, that's going to be the end of it. If I fall back, I'm probably going to have to fall back to artilleries and rockets, which for the direct CO is going to be difficult.
It's going to be very bad for you. I would not do that. Let's get some eyes on here and see what the heck's going on. Okay, here's what we're going to do. See, we're going to do this. Avoiding the dark spots in case like hit an enemy unit. Oh, that's a really strong command line. I don't think I can break it, but I really want to.
So it looks like he's got a lot of vision into the line. So he can see the whole bottom half. Granted, this is because he's narrating himself, so I actually know this. But realistically, chances are finding someone else online, you're not necessarily going to know this information.
I can't break it, so I'm just gonna wait for an opening. What do you think about that?
So yeah, this particular map, I think command range is a little bit iffy. You still gotta kind of keep your units a little bit more clumped than maybe the normal Advance Wars games. Yeah, so sometimes every once in a while, if you just make one critical mistake and you only have one commander or something like that, then your entire line falls apart. Unless you've got radio command connection. But if you move a little bit too further out and you overextend, then you've lost your power.
Interesting. Yes. Nope. Ooh, that's kind of...
So the main thing I'm up against here is, one, whether or not my direct is going to be stronger than his direct. Because I'm not entirely sure about the numbers, to be honest. And then number two is he's got more money, so I have to make the moves pretty much. Unless I was playing the range artillery CEO, just because
if you
can do it well, you can trade it pretty effectively.
You got to take some buildings if you want to stay in the game.
So he's making a good 3,000 more than me per turn. It looks like he ran off a little bit because he's trying to defend himself.
That's a lot of tanks.
I don't know if he can.
Willford, I'm going to use the washroom.
Okay. So he's venturing in a little bit. I need this guy dead. Well, I don't necessarily need him dead. I just need him to be not attacking, I guess. Not clearing that. So can I... Almost. But then I'll lose radio range. So I might have to move the recon up a bit. Can this guy take that? Yeah, so that guy can take that. That should be fun. But notably down here, this is our radio connection, and that's going to be a tough sell. Ooh. Can we move him up? Oh, we need someone here to connect. But we need to get up here to hit this guy. Right, so can recon... That's 90... 90. So we put someone here and we take it to 90. That should do it. So hopefully, he's got a covert op. So I don't know if we can kill that guy. Yeah, we can. So let's kill his covert op. Will we lose? Yeah, we will. We will lose command. So that's going to be an issue. Can we swing this guy up? Nope, not far enough. We might be able to... Yeah, okay, so we'll swing him straight in. This will give us command. We'll kill his covert ops. He's in the washroom, so let's kill everything before he realizes how it died. We leave this guy here. We should have been producing infantry every turn. And so that's 70... he's probably got some stuff back here. We need to keep this guy alive. This guy right here. This guy is kind of critical to our success. We don't have vision on everything, which is unfortunate, but we can seem to one-shot him. So hopefully we can get this guy on the mountain, and that's going to give us... And this is our crux. If he dies, this is game over. Game over right there. We're going to try and move through the forest if we can. Looks like the forest is causing too much issues, so we're going to just sneak in there. Okay, so that's cleared. We're able to run in and run back. Yep, just a check. Poop. And that is clear. So we're safe on this side, which means he's kind of shifted his momentum up here. And we're going to start building a little bit straight back up again. Build that line out, get this guy in range, and let's build another APC because we need some connection. Calvin does seem to like infantry a lot, but this one should do. I think we've proven already on plane that this should be effective. So, like I say there, and we're done for the turn. We need to make sure he doesn't get anything more. If he doesn't have a rocket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think is the range for normal people for rockets. So he shouldn't be able to hit me unless he got something here, which is strange to have. Rockets are going to be extremely hard to move with no roads. So artillery itself, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. That's not going to reach. So that's ours, and we can slowly take this game back if he doesn't have a giant army already. And so now it's Calvin's turn.
All right. Whoops. Clicked off. Oh, look at that. I'll just move this back here. Oh, you got him. Look at that. You found him and you got him.
I did. So that was kind of lucky for me that I found his covert op, because I'm pretty sure it was sunken. So it was just kind of by pure luck that I ran stuff kind of through there. And
you're actually, They're not that hard to find because there's so much more units on land compared to like a sea battle.
Yeah, so obviously sea battle style, it's easier to find,
which
for sure.
we probably won't have. We probably won't have sea.
Okay. But yeah, just running forces through. If it was not so much plainy, it might actually be a little easier, just because there might be a lot more chokeholds that he has to go run through. But in this case, the avenues of running was probably just a little lucky for me.
I wonder if I can.
Earlier he said he was going to do something fun. I'm hoping that was the fun.
No, that was not the fun.
That wasn't the fun. So it still doesn't know what
You killed the fun. You killed it.
So I don't know what the fun was. I honestly have no idea. What was the fun?
I built a covert op.
Yeah, the covert op.
You killed it.
Okay, yeah, so that was the fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that
was I probably shouldn't have, because it did nothing for me. It died right away. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is what I should be doing. Pew.
Oh. That pew sounds like artillery style, but it seems strange to have it on the... Are you attack... direct attack guy, or are you just straight up attack?
Attack. No, just straight up attack.
Oh, so he's got power on everything,
yes.
Which is kind of BS almost.
Yeah.
What's range guy damage?
Uh-oh.
So let me give you some... some backup. So the range plus guy with the additional indirect unifier has 1+ range, but he also has 20% attack. Calvin has 30% attack. As long as his artilleries don't get touched, he technically has more damage than the range artillery guy.
As long as I keep him where you can't touch him.
Yeah, they being extra weak. So he's probably got...
If you get a tank room, you can probably kill it in one turn.
Yeah, almost certainly I can kill it in one turn. So I need to overrun him and hit his rockets or artillery, I think, if that's what he has. So this is the problem. Well, this is not the problem. This is the fun part of looking for information, because I do not know what he's hitting me with. I think that's still probably bound for testing, what we can see or hear. If there was sounds for artillery strikes, then I'll know that there's artillery hitting me. But at this point in time, we're still kind of running blind here.
Yes, it is artillery hitting you, I'll tell you.
So I'm being hit by artillery.
Does unit stop moving when it tries to move into another unit? Yes. Enemy units, not ally units. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just... Oh, I don't have any money anyway. Okay, we're done. Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh.
Alright, so let's see if we've seen anything. Okay, so he's got a medium tank, and that is actually an issue, because our light tanks, I don't think, can deal with that. We might just leave it. Quite honestly, we might just leave it. Let's get over here. I want to take a look at what he has. That did not give us the vision I was hoping for. I could sacrifice this guy to run through.
I think putting that base in the center was a really bad idea.
Well, we'll see how that turns out.
I mean, as a map design thing.
So we're going to... Yeah, we're just going to run him straight through down there. And okay, so he's got decent coverage. Decent coverage and this guy. So, if we move in, he's probably got some artillery. We're unsure where that is. Probably around here. But we can't really get there. So we might just sack everything. We might have to play a little bit differently. There he is. So that's got some pretty decent range. We're just gonna kind of go for it, and we're gonna see what he has. What? I didn't kill it.
I also think.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna go in. We're going to take it down. We have this now. We have the command post, so we don't actually need this guy. This guy is no longer pure critical to mission success. This guy is at 1, so he's not relevant anymore. And we're just gonna plow through. And I think we'll just... He's got lots of vision, surprisingly. Are we still in... Yeah, we are. So this guy is helping us greatly. He can shoot it, but he probably wants to put that effort towards other things. We can clear out, which I think we might, yeah. What?
What's up?
Okay, so apparently we didn't actually shoot him. I think we shot the infantry.
Ah, you misclicked.
Yeah, so we misclicked. So that is unfortunate. That truly is just pure unfortunateness. Yeah, that sucks.
Would you like an AI for targeting, so it targets the most expensive thing first?
Maybe.
Because then you're going to get, like, counterattacked by something huge. I don't think there's a good way to do it.
Yep, Ken, you're right. I shot the wrong unit. Ah, that sucks. Alright, so... I think we can probably just continue moving them in. Try to get some radio command in here. If he shoots this guy, that's actually kind of bad. We can park him right over here. Yeah, that was kind of relevant. And we are going to do this. Try and do that. Hopefully that works out. I really wanted that guy dead. That's gonna do a full tank's damage worth, which is bad. Very bad. I think this might be okay. We either want this guy or this guy. I'm not entirely sure. I think he's a little stronger. We're gonna go with this guy. And we're going to see if everybody dies next turn. So honestly, this is going to depend on how many artillery he has, basically.
He's gotten really close. This is really bad. Everything is out of range because he's so freaking close.
Let's see. If your command chain gets broken, are you just borked? You don't need to be in range of your command main base. If you do lose your command chain, you are borked. You are completely borked, and no one can move until you get the chain link backed up. But who gives command is also the commander. So everyone with a little star next to it. So the APCs, the commander bikes, I think those are the only ones. Technically, the covert op and the land cruiser have, I believe, 0 range or 1 range.
Land cruiser is 3.
Land cruiser has 3. Okay, so they give out a little bit of range.
The covert op is 0.
Right. So covert op is 0, but if you put him on a radio tower, he's going to give command range. So as long as you have one of these commanders on the field, they can link everyone. So when I was down at the bottom earlier, I was saying I was having issues because if he killed that one APC, that was all the command chain in that area. So if that got knocked out, everyone would have been knocked out. Now that I have the command post in the bottom, and it links to my guy on the mountain, that helps me bridge that command chain.
Oh, poopers. Well, I tried something and it did not work. Yep, I made some bad decisions. Uh-oh. Did this not work? This did not scare you. Oh well. Yowza, whoa, they are pretty boned. Yeah, okay, you're not gonna survive. There's so many doodads around. should I do here? Let's reduce his. Just reduce his. Try and reduce. No, Fruitiger. Oh, that really hurt. Okay.
That die roll.
Yeah.
So you tried to kill a command chain or something, and it didn't work?
I did. Ooh, I'm so upset by this. This is really bad. And I put a bunch of units in like out of my command range to do it.
So if he's got a bunch of units out of his command range, this might be beneficial. I might be able to. I mean, I haven't been able to actually kind of just go kind of past his stuff, because that's pretty hard to do. I think if you're playing moderately conservatively, but it sounds like he's blowing stuff up, which I don't have that much stuff. As long as his, because I don't actually need to worry about the infantry too much, but they do provide a line of fire, so like I can't go past the infantry, so he can block with.
What's going on? I know what I'm gonna do. Not yet.
What are we? We're like high school football, where mistakes happen all the time. So like it's football, but professionally things don't really go wrong. But when things do go wrong, in high school football, because it goes wrong a lot because everyone's bad at the game, then you get sort of exciting games in a sense, because crazy things will happen. It's not necessarily boring.
You got a building, Willie.
Yeah, that's a bottom command.
By the way, kids, now that there's people watching, anybody notice this graphic bug down here? Look at that. What's going on with these? I don't know. I'm not happy about it. Anyway, I'm going to have to look into that later.
How many viewers do we have?
I don't know. I don't know how to check. Not from
Twitch chat.
Here you go.
All right. Let's see if anything's alive. So, it doesn't look too bad.
We only have one screen here where we're doing the chat on the phone, which is why we have no idea.
We're gonna try and ram
how many people's watching this. 5. Your friend tells me there are 5.
All 6.
Which is less than when I last checked, so someone left.
Someone got bored. And there's the rocket, so we can kill the rocket. So that's 15.
No!
So that's an effective trade. We're not going to misclick this time.
That's crap.
The artillery we want dead.
No, yes. Stop it.
We want to see what's building on here, because he's probably building something decently big. We'll sacrifice a guy for that.
Oh, I'm losing
Can
again.
we reach
I can't
in
believe
there?
It. I had
almost.
I had money advantage and the forward base.
So these guys are useless.
And I'm
so
losing
we're
again.
Actually going to try and ignore this. Hilariously for Kelvin, if he killed the APC, I would have still have had command range.
With all your units?
Yes. So Calvin tried to take down this because he assumed that would kind of connect these. I probably had a unit that died up here that connected it. But this, as I noted, this is huge. This is the crux of this whole thing kind of at the moment, because this is going to connect this guy, which is going to connect these, and then these guys are all chained in here.
I knew you had something going back, but I thought I could knock it out.
So we might be able to swing in here and kind of take this out. So let's see if we can... Yep.
Yes, Ken. Double artillery was greedy, and I put them too far forward. I should have sent them back instead of shooting stuff.
So we can run in there, and I think we might have blown him up.
Good news is artillery's kind of working, so because you can really get up right next to them.
Okay.
Because I was worried about how much ground they can cover, but they ain't doing that well for me.
So in this particular map, the artilleries are kind of crap just because of the range issue. Because of the plane issue. Because this is a completely open map. If there was forest to hide in, mountains to protect them, that would have changed the story significantly. And that's kind of where we're at. Will that one shot? That should. How much would happen if we did that? Nothing. That's why we don't want to do that. We don't care if his rocket kind of gets repaired somewhere. We can... We want him, like, in here? So that's not really...
I should just counter-tank you.
So hopefully that doesn't hit anything. So swing in here. Yes. That went moderately well. We still want this. We're really banking on this guy. You have 1, 2. He has vision of 2, so he can't see me. So that means my my rocket's safe, so we can shoot down his medium tank. Sorry, his heavy tank.
No, with what? What do you even have?
So that should be okay. So we're probably just gonna keep flooding.
How are you hitting my? Are you just tanking my medium tank with your tanks?
That will be okay. No, we're gonna kill your medium tank, heavy tank next turn.
Oh.
So he's probably.
What do you have?
He might want to run, but he can definitely. He might be able to just move up and then just kill some tanks. So he's probably gonna be able to one shot. And we are going to. We got a couple APCs out, so I think we may be able to mechanize, but I don't think it's gonna be as effective just because we don't have any buffs for it. So let's play towards strength. And actually, we can move this guy up. We don't need this guy here anymore. And we can start swinging in, and I think we've taken the map. So next turn, if he's still alive, we can Uber in and Uber.
What are you gonna kill it with?
So now Kelvin can't see anything, right? So he thinks he's safe, and I could be lying to him. So he can just stay there and kill tanks, which would probably be effective because any light tank retaliation or attack on it will be totally useless.
Oh.
He might have seen it. I don't know if he's seen it.
Oh.
We have 5 viewers, which means your computer, maybe this computer. So we got 3. So we got maybe the tyrant guy is gone.
The what?
Tyrant? What was his name?
Oh, what's his face?
Carnage Tyrant. So we've got Ofo, Carnage Tyrant, and maybe one other guy, maybe a third or a fourth, depending on if this computer registers as a Twitch viewer. And I'm gonna use the mushroom because I've been drinking a lot of tea.
Okay. I'm gonna try and trick Willie. I got smoke screens ready. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Now he knows. Well, I really need this dead. But he could build another one. But he doesn't have artillery. He might have his own. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna... Ooh, all my infantry be dead. That was a really bad idea to have infantry about. Yeah. So I'm gonna... I'm going to attempt to build large. I don't have money for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on the base, so even if he hit it, it'll get repaired. But then I won't have a unit. So that's a pain in the butt. Maybe I'll run. Hey, there he is. He's still here. I think I need to run. But I'm gonna try and trick Willie into some stuff, so I'm gonna move my forces back. Don't tell him what's going on. I'm gonna move these guys here. Oh, that was dumb. I'm gonna do this first. Okay. I am going to put a lot of smoke in here. Yeah. And he's gonna think I'm attacking this way. He's gonna try and go in there, but what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna put my guys up here and try and get around him. Yeah, I think this is the best thing to do, is to put this thing here so he can't get on. I'm just gonna... I'm doing stuff.
Oh, no, Carnage Tyrant's still around.
Yeah, stuff's going on. I'm gonna...
Ooh, that tea's got bitter. Steeped it a little too long.
Yeah. How do you like these apples?
So Calvin's done stuff. Let's see what Calvin did. He smoke screened. And he's also parked his tank on top of a factory. Which means it's going to replenish.
Yeah, well, it'll still kill it for a turn. So if you have 2 of them, you can do this. But it means you can't get on it unless you have something bigger than a tank, probably.
So,
and I think it will repair regardless of whether or not it has command. Can't remember.
So Callan's got a smoke screen down there. It means he can hide stuff. Everything down there is a forest, which means I can't see into it unless I run into it. His recon's out of range, so I can leave that. Did you send it in to kill something? Maybe. So what we're going to do here is we are just not going to touch that heavy tank. We're just going to avoid it in its entirety. Yes, we're going to do that. Right, so let's do some cleaning up. Pop, pop. Let's check what's over here. Nothing, that's good. We want that to move here, but we can't. We really do want him here. This will be invisible, so he'll be safe. I'm running out of Muli. We don't really care for a 1 health guy, but we're not really going to do anything else with him. We still don't know what else Calvin has. We're going to use this guy to scout because we don't know what Calvin has, and we want to know what Calvin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. So that's nice. We can probably kill that guy. Swing in. Will we lose command? We can probably swing command up from the bottom up, so that should be okay. That's good. That's down. Calvin's still smiling, so I can't tell if he's winning smiling or if he's just dead as hell. We're going to leave this guy. This guy has no radio range and cannot receive it until the next turn. And then we can run a tank in to take him out. We are going to put this guy right over here and do that. That should stay for a while. Yeah, we should probably use this guy first before we use the tanks, just because that's going to give us, if something else pops up, we can take it down. So that's blind. Do I get forest?
Yeah.
In this smoke?
Yes.
Okay, so it's smoke for everyone.
Yeah.
And let's just check our radio range here. Nice and tidy. Obviously, we still want this guy up here. And then we'll just kind of move up a little. And then we're going to try and see what's up here. Because that's going to be a little bit relevant to us. And then... So he technically has stronger attack right now, but I think he just didn't have the power to do anything. So we'll grab this. If this doesn't work, just for that guy. And we're just going to run around. Let's just take him out. Let's take him out, and then let's go into hiding. It's going to decay by once per turn. Does this guy have range? Oh, because of this guy. Okay. Okay, so let's keep them in there, and then just flood so we can keep the map a little bit more open. Oh, they're out of range. So yeah, he shouldn't be able to take down that many. Hopefully. Alright, here you
go. Ooh, this is pretty bad. Alright, let's see here.
So in this way, we have effectively immobilized his heavy tank. If his heavy tank moves, it will be covered up. He knows that. But if he doesn't move it, it has no attack power, and it has no... he can't also use the base to produce anything. So the base is now irrelevant unless he moves it. But in that sense, I can't grab that base. That base is on lock. Totally locked. So until I can kill it, ideally with rockets or artillery or like a land cruiser, but you know, that's pretty far off. That's probably just going to stay there. And I'm probably just going to try and surround it. Maybe I might be able to command chain him to death. That might actually be a plausible solution. Because the base doesn't give command. His heavy tank doesn't give command. So he actually needs to get his command chain to the tank. If he doesn't, then the tank is fully immobilized and fully disabled. And it still retaliates, but then I can bring a artillery up and just kind of shell him for a couple turns. But he still gets gold from it, which is the current downside. So he is 1 building gold above me right now. And
uh-oh.
That's worth
There's a
money.
bug.
Oh,
That's not good.
We ran into a bug.
Hopefully it'll reset. Hopefully I was smart enough to reset it. Ooh, maybe I don't want that. I really don't want that. Pew. Pew. We'll see how this works out.
And it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, so he's got stuff now. He's moved his heavy tank, which means he's probably built something there, possibly another heavy tank, and he's got tanks up to the north. I don't know if I have enough tanks to counter his tanks, but we will see. He's used up his Krieg power, so he shouldn't have that much left, which means my retaliation should be strong enough to one-shot, especially with his 20% reduction. So hopefully, once I killed everything, if he does have power 2 anyways, that power won't be able to take me down. Let's begin.
How many tanks can you possibly have?
That's not strong enough. Yeah, so let's do this first, because we're going to have to do this. Yep. And then that guy is going to die. Does that give... Yeah, it does. Okay. So that didn't ruin everything. So we can still move forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully kill around the tank, which is actually kind of scary. This is actually kind of bad. Or we can save it for a super. That's kind of dangerous because that's going to take us out of range for most things. That's in range, so we can clear this. So we can just do some simple housekeeping for now, I guess. And so it's like, do we want to go in here and deal with these guys? We're going to take a hit from this one. This guy will be out for a turn. So his heavy tank at the top will be out for at least a turn. Can we run in there? We can, but he's probably going to move it. That won't clear it. is it worth it? He probably doesn't have too much. Yeah, so let's do that. And hopefully that is enough. No, surprisingly not. That's kind of crap. Alright, well, I guess we still do it anyways. Right. He's out of range, but that's okay. He has to shoot this guy. Like, he has to. So otherwise, then I can disable this one as well. He's out of range, but we'll bring him back into range later.
I'm starting to be very sleepy.
Whoa, what happened?
I've been awake since. What?
Right.
What's up?
So that exists.
Is there a glitch?
No, we pushed you.
Oh. Oh no. What are you gonna do with it?
So pushing exists. I totally forgot.
Oh. Did you just open a whole bunch of opportunities to kill shit?
So this is promising in a sense that I could push him off the base.
Oh.
That doesn't actually do much for me, but it's a fun thing. It's a possibility that I could probably push something off and then cap it. So that's up on the board. That's a possible thing to do.
I wonder if these are too fancy. All these weird COPs.
And then these guys are
these powers, these Krieg skills.
Yeah. So what I've done here is successfully knock that out. So that's a plus. So it looks like he's getting most of it from up here. And so huge buff for Will. Let's just clean up over here. He's got one shot, but that's fine. He's gonna die anyways later. And this is great. This is the best thing in the world.
No.
So we might want to protect this guy just to see if we can save him. So let's see if there's anything around here. And it's just one infantry, so that's probably not too bad. This, I would say, successful, but we're kind of an issue where we still can't technically deal with this. So we might do a little bit of that. Just because we don't actually want to engage that in full strength. This might actually work. Because he doesn't actually engage. He just has this weird thing. Do long guns... Can they move and shoot?
No.
Okay, so we have to specifically position him here.
You build a long gun?
Which might be okay. So he can heal, but we don't really necessarily need him to heal. So let's just supply. We're going to move back and then grab these guys, which are effectively our mechanized heavy units. End.
I didn't like how long that took. Oh shit. Would you look at that? That's pretty bad.
So yeah, so Calvin's command chain has been disabled. So his heavy tanks in the middle cannot move. He cannot produce from the base. His two heavy tanks are disabled. Sorry, one is disabled because of the covert operative. Permanently disabled really until he brings an APC in. The one on the base, if it was disabled, can come back, but he doesn't have radio range. So, as Ofo noted earlier, you do get super borked if you lose command range. And Calvin has now lost command range for his two heavy tanks worth approximately 3,000 marks. 30,000 marks?
Yeah,
30,000 marks. So I can build a good 4 light tanks out of that. So I am 4 light tanks above Calvin right now, but I can't kill it because if I light tank his heavy tanks, I will die with my light tanks. So we got to indirectly kill him, and so that's why I'm trying to keep the radio cut and then bring in indirect fire to whittle them down. Or like he's mentioned, I can get 2 command operators and just kind of take them down every turn. Actually, I could probably do that with 1 covert op and 1 APC and just disable and repair and then disable and then replenish. I lose gold. Sorry, I lose marks, but for disabling a heavy tank, that it might be a worthwhile investment.
Let's try and slow that down. Let's see how Willie reacts to this.
So Kelvin is back in range because he's got something on the mountain, which means I kill the thing on the mountain. So that shouldn't be too hard. That does not do damage. That actually kind of sucks a lot. Okay, so he took out the command range for the guys down here. That's just bad planning by me. So we can probably swing up here and take a gold advantage. We probably don't actually need this. Whoops. So I actually wanted to hit him, but I guess technically he's out of range, so I can cap this next turn. So that's sort of nice. So how far can this guy move? Decently. Okay, so let's get him on a building. Let's heal him up a little bit. Let's long gun him in. He's got fog at the top, which I wasn't looking at. Which is slightly concerning. Was there a mechanic where the covert op captures the base?
No.
Okay.
I think eventually what I'll do is let the covert op get intel from a base.
So we're gonna just kind of run through here just in case, because I don't know what Kelvin's doing.
There's some logic things that's kind of weird with it.
So obviously I forgot that I actually need a dude here. This boring guy, remember him? Yeah, I need him. So we're gonna start running top side. Because we want to take that as well. He's in command range, but he's disabled. So we're going to do that, and he's going to be out for a turn. We're going to supply him back up, and that's actually super bad. Yeah, let's bring him in here, because we actually need this. That's kind of important. At least we can radio back here. No one's going to kill this, which means we can grab this, and that should not take us up here, but close enough. He has no guns, but he has machine guns. So machine gun should be okay still.
We got a request to turn the clicking down a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's go to like 25 or something.
Where's your volume button?
There's a function, and then there's a thing on the... Did you figure it out?
Yeah. If we can max screen this again. Okay, here we go. So
how long a round timer are you thinking? I have no idea. What do you think?
Oh, you mean for like play light chess style? Yeah, that makes sense because it's...
There definitely will be a timer. It'll probably be adjustable.
So let's just clear this out.
I don't know, like a minute.
Maybe.
A minute and a half.
He's only got... So that should be okay. Roll the dice. All right, cool. We don't know if there's anything up here, so let's take a quick peek. Yep. He's out of range. They're out of range. That's fine. We'll just make that sacrifice. We want to confirm. Yep, and then we can go in. So perfect. And as noted before, these guys are cleared out, and we're going to risk. Nope. Dice roll. No dice. And as original, we're gonna just bring this guy in. 1 infantry, and then we're gonna do more of this. We like this. We really do. That's our nice bread and butter. He's out.
Oh,
already.
you have a lot of units. You wouldn't be taking so long if you don't have a lot of units.
No, I just like to think too much.
Well, Willie, I'm done. I don't have the coverage I need to retaliate. Here you go. Take a look. I killed all of my infantry. That was it. I think that was my mistake. I shouldn't have been building infantry. I should have built like a couple of squads, take the things and then just tanks.
Ooh, yeah, he
I built 2 rockets, and that was a really bad idea because they were too far in the front.
Yeah, they got
died
overran.
immediately. They got like 1 or 2 shots each.
Yeah,
off.
I think they got 1 shot at just because of the lower defense and the higher higher attack from me.
I tried to trick you with this, but it didn't do nothing.
That's true. I did see that later, and I was like, I ran a couple guys up.
Well, at least they kind of work.
Okay, so you're talking about this fog. So yeah, like I had to run a couple guys in here just so we can,
make sure nothing.
For some reason, somehow he would have like ran through because I don't have vision of my map. So yeah, he is running ball thin right now.
Yeah, the infantry was not a good idea. Like I think you just like ate through them like butter.
Yeah. So
or like Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, inventory style. They all got like 1 shot at because they can't take tanks. So if he had mechanized infantry or long guns, that might have been a slightly more effective solution. I could have used
mechs.
Because he's building a strong infantry line, but the problem is he's building pure infantry. Infantry is for capture and for blockage. So if you had infantry and you put more money into indirect money,
they're not great.
That might have been better.
Turn their defense down a little bit, and the IFVs really just eat them up.
Yeah, so they're just for movement and capturing. So and command chain. So the command chain is the big important bit of the infantry. But if you're looking for your unit effectiveness, he probably would have benefited a lot more from solidifying his position with long guns.
Well,
and
I lost both
infantry.
rounds. I'm sad about that.
And there you have it. That is game 2 of Uberkrieg. His movement powers, I don't know if he saw much effectiveness to it, but mine did help secure.
Really good at the beginning, and then I didn't know what to do with it. So, what do you think, Willford? Which CO did you like? Did you like him?
This one was easier.
Easier to deal with?
Wait, against you or mine? Like, fighting against or playing as?
Playing as. Well, no, this one's definitely easy to play as.
Yeah, so being a pretty simple-minded one, it was...
You're the reason you get max really early in all the Advancers games.
Yeah, so you just run through it. It's a pretty simple way to run through it. It might have been a lot less effective in a closed map, but just because it's pure plains, and if he's running rocket artilleries, he's... not got the infrastructure for it, not the backing for it, and he just got overran by tanks and like IFVs. So in that regard, that was easier for my CO to deal with on the open plain. So yeah, it's nice, it's easy. It's a simple, can I overrun you? But I think the other CO, it definitely took a lot more strategizing, more tactics, I suppose, because you were saying logistics of running your guy straight up the middle, knowing who to command. The reduced radio range does change things quite drastically. I think it makes calculation a lot harder. But when you do bulk up, the longer the game goes on, your CO powers aren't necessarily that strong, but you're just kind of playing a long skirmish game. But when you do fight, he does seem very strong in his command power. Like 80% is pretty wild. So if I got a heavy tank, put a command on it,
I think I might.
Then he's pretty much unkillable. Because like right now, Kelvin had a heavy tank, and the heavy tank was already unkillable. Like I didn't shoot it once with anything, just ran around it.
It's the heavy tank with less defense.
Yeah, so a heavy tank, less defense. It was still gonna do. I was going to do 20% 2 damage to it, and it would probably one-shot at my light tanks. So, not worth it.
Here's what I'm thinking. I think maps should start with more money. Yeah. Willie seems surprised to see my end of things, and yes, because I had nothing.
I arrived late, so I'm curious. How come you didn't know you one-shot at your opponent?
What? How come you didn't know you one-shot at your opponent? I don't remember what that was.
Yeah, so... Yanzax, if you could, maybe reiterate which part that was. Maybe it was me.
Did you use the damage display at all?
Yeah. So that was up. So usually, I guess you could kind of tell, like you can see if you one shot someone, but um, the I think maybe he's talking about how the percentage won't necessarily one shot them, and maybe they left with 1 health. So I think there's a dice roll attached to I think the second number. So the first number I think is guaranteed damage, I believe.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone in here knows how it works.
Okay, so yeah, so I guess in that sense, then it's just I can't confirm it, or I wasn't paying attention. I was surprised to see his side of things, and that being the play style that I think we want with the Fog of War, is the information. So Kelvin has money. Like I killed stuff, but a lot of it was infantry. So I'm not a heavy calculator, so I'm not calculating exactly how much money he has. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes no, because he held on to 3 bases for a while ahead of me.
They went into rockets, and then you blew them up.
Right. So he built a bunch of money into rockets, artillery,
that was a bad move.
and a couple of heavy tanks in there. So I didn't actually get to see.
Heavy tanks was a good idea because you didn't have the money for them.
Yeah. So heavy tanks I couldn't effectively do, but I did manage to radio kill there. Hello, Propan Ben.
We're almost done.
Well, amazing.
I'll post these up on YouTube later. If it doesn't break, I'm running this on a low power laptop.
We can keep running until May shows up. She's not here yet.
Oh, I'm sleepy. I can't play anymore.
You're going to deny your viewers the entertainment that we've been providing them. But I guess if you haven't slept, that might be a good idea.
No, okay, let's play on the, I don't know.
Okay, well, if the second artillery was a heavy tank instead.
I think I should have just built like when I first built the first rocket, I was like, oh, maybe I should have built a tank. But I shouldn't be tanking against him. But maybe that's what I should have done.
You had the money to, I think.
Yeah, even with the damage, I should have teched up.
Yeah, if the second artillery was a heavy tank instead.
Oh.
So you kind of went half balls to both places. You got a little bit of tank and a little bit of artillery. If you picked either one, I think that would have put you in a much stronger position.
I think maps got to start with more money to make the game go a little faster. Because then you can do things with not the news happening, it's the ads. It's blinking ads. Mm-hmm. But I like what the smoke screen's doing, so that's fun.
Okay, yeah. So Ofo is saying that you saw a lot of light tanks at that time. So if you switched over to the heavy tanks, that might have been a better solution to it. But he doesn't know how many light tanks I had at the time, or he thought artillery, because like this is still being flushed out, so he might not have known how strong the heavy tank would have been.
The infantry wall would have lasted a little longer. Right. I thought I would have time to move those guys back. But I didn't. I was like, he was saying I got greedy because I should have moved them when I shot with them instead, because I thought I could hit your command line. But I couldn't.
So you overextended. Yeah.
I always overextend. That's my thing.
Okay, so Lianzix is saying there were times where I couldn't tell if the enemy unit retreated or got destroyed. Maybe that's in reference to the push.
Oh.
So he doesn't know if the unit got pushed or if it got destroyed and there was a second unit behind it or something. So that might be more of a interface visual.
So Willie, who was playing blue, is playing a character that has a push ability, which isn't a retreat. It's his units actively moving my units. So I'm gonna cheat. Would you like to see this?
Yeah, you can show it unless this is like totally not what.
Here we go. So far. I pumped up the Krieg skill. I'm gonna activate it. So if I attack with any direct fire unit, it's gonna push the unit away. So regularly, it would not. So if I attack with this guy, nothing. So that's normal. But if I activate the Krieg skill, and I attack, I can push this unit away. Pew! So that's not a retreat, that's a push. I like the push also. It's very juicy. I think I have a problem here is between like the COs that are very flexible. Not flexible, but like the COs I was playing today were the Intel and the Move CO, and they're not like they don't actually have a net gain in firepower. Not firepower, but like this guy sort of bounces out. He's got more firepower, but the counterattack sort of
would have been stronger as well.
Yeah, so it sort of just crosses. So the net gain in physical strength is not high, and same with the Division CO. But so I got to find a balance between the non-physical strength COs and the physical strength COs. And I think right now it might have to do with map design, but right now the physical strength COs is just sort of rolling over the still like this is. I think this is the same in Advance Wars. So I want to be able to find a way to not give them actual meat, but to give them the tools to fight on par without having to pump up their actual physical strength and presence.
Yeah. So in my regards, I basically, like Calvin was saying, we don't really know how to effectively use the extra external factors, I guess, the non-physical, because I played with, if I had more stuff than Calvin, I can beat him. I don't know what he has, but as long as I have more stuff than him, my core strength should be able to overtake. So the battle plan, my ground was pretty simple, whereas his might have required a lot more strategizing.
I didn't have a plan.
Right, so he didn't have a plan, which is why he needed a plan, and so that was probably has a lot stronger I guess a tactic or strategy build where tactically he probably had to hit buildings faster. Like we noted that he managed to hit the front, the base faster, but it didn't necessarily gain him what he needed. So in that regard, sure, he got there faster. He has a stronger movement, but it hasn't actually netted him additional strength that he was able to use. So like maybe if he was able to get there faster and then build up a wall quicker, maybe I think it was just through sheer power I took it down. So maybe just tweaking of the power. So we'll have to see.
Might have I think it has to do with map design a lot. I think 3 bases might be too many for Uberkrieg because you can flood there's too many units on screen maybe. So you can see too much and you have too many units everywhere so you can see everything. So I can't the Flexi CO may not be able to
advantage yourself. Use the information.
Like you might be able to see too much with 3 properties. Because like the old one, the other map, even though it's full of mountains, it's only two bases to build from.
Yeah.
Also more money, so you're not tempted to just spam infantry. Well, at least I wouldn't have been tempted to spam infantry to try and build a wall.
I actually kind of enjoyed the plains more than the other one, I think, because I feel like the lines were easier to cut. With when you have a smaller map and everyone's enclosed, you're not really going to be able to cut any lines.
I think the maps should be open, or at least have a nice mix, map-wise. But I'm really thinking about like how much money you should have, how many buildings should be on it, where should the buildings be, things like that. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about.
Ooh, okay, so he's wondering if it gets pushed into follow-up war. So the push doesn't actually do damage. The push just actually happens. So I guess the unit attacks, deals damage, and then there's a push that just kind of occurs afterwards if it's still alive.
So, what? Since the push does damage, right now because there's no explosion, you probably wouldn't know. If it dies, it'll probably just blow up. But there's no animation for that
just yet.
It's not for a while. That's an aesthetic thing that's easy to do, so it's not high priority.
So effectively, yes, there will eventually be an explosion that will tell you the unit's dead. Some kind of visual cue.
So we'll just have the dead check before the push check, and that's not too hard.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Want to go to bed?
I had all this tea and now I'm awake. I'm like, I might as well keep going. I'll just be really tired tomorrow. I just hope I don't have the long day.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Any other COs you're interested in? Anything else you want to play?
I want to play range CO on the open map.
Okay.
I want to see if I can crush him with artillery.
I think... Yeah, okay. I might play a beef one this time. Maybe I'll play a beef character. Actually, I really want to know if... So here's... People are still watching. I have an anti-radio CO that right now just shoots anti-radio on the powers.
Wait, hold up. Is that actually active?
That's a Krieg skill in the Uberkrieg. So it's a 3x3 and a 5x5 for the Uberkrieg.
Radio jam.
And it's a 3 and a 4, yeah. So just I select the area and that's it. I can do it blind if I want to. But like there's no day-to-day for this character yet. So
it's totally basic with radio clearing.
But I really want something interesting for the day-to-day. So if anybody's got an idea, I'm going to play this character. And like he's got no beef, so like I think right now he's probably not going to do that well. But I want to like see how he plays. I don't know. Like the CO power seems to charge really slow. I've half the amount you need to charge compared to like Dual Strike.
Mm-hmm. It's these our games don't necessarily last very long, and there's no fight. There's one clash.
How many days did we play this? Yeah, 19 days.
So there's no.
So in terms of days count,
do you want to get one of those like chess clocks?
What? Maybe I should. I'll just code the damn thing. give. In a couple of months, I'll code it. I don't like the timer. I know people want the timer, but I personally don't like.
I understand it. I think.
I just closed the window and turned it on again. Did that work? All right, kids, I'm gonna stop recording and record again. Why are there two? What is going on? What is this? Please don't break. Stop recording.